that's a tough competition.
My son is almost 2 and I've been letting him.
The most evil channel on YouTube, that's pretty hard. Like, to be the most, like, that's a tough competition.
My son is almost 2 and I've been letting him watch Cocomelon, but now I had to get him speech therapy so I can get him to talk. There are hundreds and hundreds of anecdotes in which parents mention the exact same problem. The Cocomelon show is so insanely addictive, it's being compared to nicotine and causing developmental issues amongst the kids who can't stop.
What?
What the fuck? What do they do?
Watching. Children's TV expert Jerica Sands calls it the most damaging show a child can watch, explaining the sneaky ways in which they make the show addictive.
So they're trying to make this, like, what are they trying to make kids stupid?
Colors. Take, for example, the wheels on the bus. The 3 main colors, blue, green, and yellow, are all at maximum saturation, meaning they cannot be made any brighter, no matter how hard you try. Extreme saturation is normally used for alerts and notifications, as it's exciting, dynamic, and attracts attention, which is why it's also used in slot machines. Cocomelon put these colors in perfect contrast, making them appear even more vibrant, which is different to, for example, Bluey, in which the colors instead blend together. Cocomelon's also different because it's highly repetitive. There's a reason they have 38 videos with over 1 billion views.
38 video with over, oh my god. Bro, this makes Mr. Beast look like a joke. This is insane.
Dude, that's crazy.
Why to learn through repetition, so it feels right to them to watch the same thing over and over again. Cocomelon abuses this in almost every video. For example, in the Yes Yes Playground song, they pick a word to repeat 3 times in every sentence, pairing it with a subtly repeating background lullaby, keeping children hooked. Literally no show or movie puts my son into a deep trance the way Cocomelon does.
So it's like mental manipulation, brainwashing for like babies and toddlers? What the fuck?
Second it's on the TV, he turns into a toddler zombie who doesn't see or hear anything else that's going on in the room.
To be fair, I do that all the time, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
Only exacerbated by Cocomelon's subtitles, which have also been a heavy point of criticism. The letters are not educational. I can barely read them fast enough. It's simply another interesting element to capture your little one's attention. Cocomelon explains in every description, our goal is to help make learning a fun and enjoyable experience for kids, giving you the peace of mind that your children are receiving quality educational content. But
yeah, I think this is another example. Remember what I was talking about, how things being stated as being healthy should have a higher standard of accountability? I think that if you want to say something is educational, I feel the same way about it. It's made to make money. Yeah. Yeah, like this is an appeal to like some sort of like authority or something separate, right?
People have argued that they're teaching exactly what children shouldn't do. For example, in the No No Bedtime song, the baby refuses to brush his teeth, have a bath, put on pajamas.
I didn't know I watched Cocomelon. That's crazy.
Or
I guess they must add this when I was a kid.
The education is that he eventually agrees to do so, yet a TikTok user was critical, stating, anytime I'd ask my son to do a simple task, he'd say no, no, no. He's sitting there watching Cocomelon, which taught him no, 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 and to say no to me. On the topic of education, Jerica...
Bro, like, they're turning the kids against their parents. Oh my god.
No, no, no.
Sands stated, these people don't give a shit about our children. They care about money. That's it. Your child's cognitive development in direct exchange for their wealth, and there's pretty good evidence supporting this. A New York Times journalist...
I do have to say, like, I think that expecting YouTube to raise your kids and teach your kids these, like, very crucial things, you're making a mistake by doing that. Like, even if whether it's like a TV show or anything like that, it's bad to do that. No, I'm not excusing Cocomelon or saying that they're good, but, you know, it takes 2 to tango here, and I think the parents should have a degree of accountability for this.
Visited Cocomelon's studio, discovering their
if your kids like you gotta
Cocomelon's
you gotta filter your kids' content, man.
Exists constantly through YouTube numbers to determine exactly what resonates.
It's like, I mean, you're basically like, I mean, this is like a fucking Nax geared rating team that's like farming in Elwyn Forest. Like they're like camping level 2 players. And they have like entire analytics and data and psychology behavioral teams. Bro, these kids don't even have a chance.
Not even a chance, dude. Especially compared with the YouTube
they're
algorithm.
spawn camping.
No chance.
I'm not even kidding.
Should a girl wear black jeans or blue jeans? Should the music be loud or softer? Should the bus be yellow or red? Yellow is the answer, as they use a darker method to ensure that they're correct. Cocomelon has a dedicated Distractotron room, in which once a month children are brought here one at a time and shown a handful of episodes to figure out exactly which parts of the shows are engaging and which are tuned out.
It's like you get the Clockwork Orange going on. I like that a lot. There you go. That's smart.
Next to the TV playing Cocomelon, there's a second screen which plays a continuous loop of banal real-world scenes. A guy pouring a cup of coffee, someone getting a haircut, each lasting about 20 seconds. Whenever a youngster looks away from the Moonbug show to glimpse the Distractotron, a note is jotted down. We can see what they're looking at and the exact moment when they got distracted.
Bro, like, this is a crazy level of min-maxing just to farm a 2-year-old. Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, they're like optimizing how can you turn this kid's brain into jelly the easiest way. MK Ultra? Well, this is MK Ultra Kids Edition.
Therefore, education clearly isn't the primary goal. Keeping kids' attention is, and this is proven by Cocomelon's most addictive element, rapid camera.
You need some motivation, bro?
It's crazy how many times the frame changes on Cocomelon.
I'll give you your motivation, dude. Your crush is waiting outside of the door. This is your guys' first date, okay? She has double D breasts, okay? And the last thing you need is her knowing that you're in the restroom right now, taking a massive shit, probably in her apartment. Okay, gonna ruin. That's basically the next time she comes in, is going to ruin her day, whether you're there or not. So you need to get in and get out. So what I think you should do is go ahead and prep the bathroom door. No, it's already closed, I'm sure. You need to go ahead and prep while you're trying to thrust toilet paper with water on it, if you can reach a sink. That way, after the first initiatory pinch, wipe, where you pinch and wipe, then you can get in there with some water and clean up, like, the bit of business that you have left. And then, but don't shove too hard, because you don't want to give yourself a one of those things that fills with blood in your butt. So you'll want to avoid that. But just if you can get your legs elevated into a kind of a squatty potty position, if you've ever heard of one of those, that would be ideal for the situation you're having. But real talk, dude, get it.
It's the same type of addicting behavior that we experience on a TikTok.
Welcome to the stream, dude.
It's the quick change of frame that
I hope
releases that
we can
dopamine
send
and
some
makes the
vibes
videos
for
addicting to watch.
the shit you're trying to
Count the
take.
seconds between a change of frame. Well, TikToker the Circus Brain did exactly this. He firstly counts the changes on My Little Pony, concluding there's about
you need
6
some brown
seconds
noise, let me
between
know.
each
I'll play
cut.
some.
Well, that makes sense, considering that I think the target audience for My Little Pony is 28-year-old men.
He then compares it to Cocomelon.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
In her video, the night.
Jesus, yeah. Like, I don't even know if I could watch that. Oh my god. So I guess that's how they keep the kid's attention, because they keep switching frames, so the kid has to focus to pay attention to what's happening.
that is Cocomelon, Savantix draws a similar
Jesus.
conclusion. She found that 96% of the shots in Baby Shark were shorter than 2 seconds. She then compares 4 different animated shows,
Oh my
again finding
God.
Cocomelon has the shorter shots.
The longest shot on a Cocomelon video was 6 seconds.
Wow.
The longest shot on Arcane was 8 seconds. The longest shot on Bluey was 27 seconds. And the longest shot on Encanto was 18 seconds.
Which when combined with every other element, creates some terrifying statistics. Dr. Kristen Summer explained that when showing an infant normal video content, they'll focus on the screen just 11% of the time. However, when the video is instead switched to Cocomelon, their screen engagement skyrockets to a whopping 74%. This
Damn. Bro, they min-maxed the fuck out of this. That's really impressive. I mean, like,
Damn,
it-
dude, what
I
a
don't
laser.
know, really, like, is it that impressive that you're able to, like, you know, fucking mind control a 2-year-old? Like, I'm not sure if it's really that impressive, but it's still kind of surprising.
therefore produces stories such as this. I used to volunteer for a preschool and they had song time. A Cocomelon video came on and all of the tots stopped what they were doing, put down their cheese crackers and remained fixated on the screen for the duration of the video. It was honestly
What the
kind of
fuck?
terrifying.
Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking sick, dude. Oh, that's real good.
YouTuber Saberspark shared his own personal anecdote. He asked to watch a Disney movie with his two younger cousins, who both completely refused, and instead spent all day glued to an iPad playing the addictive show. In Cocomelon Made My Kid a Zombie, a mother talks about her son. He would be in a daze while watching it. You could be waving your hand right in front of his face, and he wouldn't move. It was almost scary.
Yeah.
This was also discovered by Sarah Mills 98, who explained when the Cocomelon addiction is so real that my 1-year-old can navigate the TV to turn it on by himself.
Bro, this kid is fucked. Like, I want to know what's going to happen in 5 years when they try to teach these kids how to do math. Like, look at his fucking face, man. He's cooked. He's super fun. He's a year old. He's already cooked. Oh, man.
However, nothing shows the addiction better than the Cocomelon TikTok trend. Parents will play the show's intro loudly and video their kids sprinting toward the television, where you can witness their mood change instantly. The New York Times journalist found
I feel like a lot of kids do that. I'm not really sure how much. Like, anytime that you played the Pokemon theme, I would be doing the same thing.
something similar. The kid in the Distractotron had shown up in the midst of a tantrum, which ended the second he heard the Cocomelon theme song. It was no surprise to Wheeler, the head of research. 99% of kids, he said, if they're having issues when they get here, once that Cocomelon song comes on, they're like, life is okay, all is good with the world.
Bro. This is amazing. Yeah, like this is, wow. Is toddler fentanyl? Oh man, this is like,
Obviously, there's a reason for this.
Yeah, for
Cocomelon
money.
is so hyper-stimulating that it actually acts as a drug, and what happens when you take the drug away. Young children experiencing symptoms of addiction and withdrawal, obviously leaving them completely dysregulated. TikTok user ThePop1 filmed what happens when you take the show away, explaining he'll be inconsolable for at least 10 to 15 mins after, adding in the description, Cocomelon Meltdown is legit. Once you have a taste of the cocoa, it's hard to break the addiction, which
what the fuck is going on?
Dude, that's crazy.
That's insane.
this Reddit user had experienced even worse. My husband
Oh
and
my
I have been
God.
worried about our child. I can slowly see how she'd throw violent tantrums at home
yeah.
and in church whenever she'd get bored and would want to watch the show. Her behavior changes the moment she watches the show, and she will not even eat her meals if she wouldn't watch it.
I do think that like there is like a certain degree of like parenting skill issue that's happening with this. because it's like who turned the show on, right? Who did this, right? But it's still crazy how addictive this is. Even then.
After these tantrums end, kids can experience a general discomfort in the speed of everyday life.
Yeah.
The more they watch the show, the more their brain begins to expect this intense level of stimulation.
See, like, I used to watch Dora the Explorer whenever I was younger. I was like 14, and I would watch Dora the Explorer. And I remember that I watched it for the exact opposite reason. Because I would watch it before I would go to school. I was actually probably 15 or 16. Yeah, that's not true. And the reason why is that it was so dumb and so slow and predictable that I could just totally turn my brain off and just watch this show and relax. So it's crazy to see the exact, it was like, yeah, it's like a detox. Yeah. It's like the world, like, oh yeah, bro, like, I gotta get my driver's license, and then, like, where am I gonna go to college? Like, oh, bro, and then it's like swiper, no swiping, you know, and she's like, uno, dos, tres. Okay, all right, finally, now I can fucking, let's get back on an even keel here, right? Yeah, it's a bit of an opiate, right? Exactly. And that's how it was. So yeah, it's weird for me to see this because I had the exact opposite experience. That's crazy.
All right, I gotta catch up a little bit here.
Basically, Cocomelon overstimulates their brains so much that everything else just seems slow and boring in comparison.
However, the potential consequences get much worse.
I want to see the kid
As mentioned
meltdown.
at the start, it was the cause of a child's speaking problems, with a notable reply reading, "Same thing happened with my daughter too."
What does that have to do? I don't know if
Ooh,
that's
that's clean.
But can't
Cocomelon.
speak properly. She knows the words, but she does not like
Yeah,
to
it's-
frame the
I meant to
sentence or
land on
speech. She has been watching these
clown.
Cocomelons or such other stuffs for 2 or 3 years. Hope we're not too late. Over on
I think that it's genetic with this one.
Reddit, a speech-language pathologist explained, screen time in general is linked with speech delays for a variety of reasons, but Cocomelon is excessively bad. Firstly, unlike other TV shows or movies, it doesn't have a story. It's just very short clips with poorly written songs.
So it's just like there's no story. There's like no. It's just like vapid, brain dead, fucking, like, oh my god, like brain soup, loud noises. Kids are just watching a video. I know, it's crazy. Wow.
Unable to follow the plot, learn vocabulary,
Yeah.
and see the resolution of a conflict, supported by infant specialist Meg Fora.
And the problem with fast-paced TV programs is we find that little one's language development is slower.
On the Agents of Speech YouTube channel, this is again confirmed.
The main problem with watching videos on the internet is that they don't know how to use the language that they learn.
But he adds that 4 to 5 hours of screen time per day can make a toddler completely non-verbal.
Got him.
4 to 5 hours.
Your strat worked immaculately, but I forgot to account for the lack of plumber in her back.
Was I
Shit.
spending 4 or 5
all in the
hours on
all
the
in worse
screen?
that
Probably, yeah.
I hope the better than I feared.
Like,
Dude,
I
just
mean,
stick your
I was
hand in there and
playing
get
video games,
it.
man.
You have to get it down,
I
dude. You
remember
can't
by
leave
the
a big
time I
old
was,
shit in there.
Like, if I could, I would be on that
No,
game.
no
doing that
chance,
shit
dude.
all day.
You can wash your hands.
Yeah. Not at 2.
Put your hand down there and get it down.
The crazy thing is that I actually was. Like, my mom has photos of me as a little fucking kid, as like a baby, basically, sitting there playing Atari. Yep. Same beating Sonic at 4. I didn't.
Or
beat
wait,
Sonic
dude,
at
do you
4,
like
bro.
this girl?
That's-
Like, do you
that's
want to go
some
out again?
fucking, like, gaming prodigy
Because,
shit.
dude, if you don't
beat
ever want to
Sonic
see
at
her
4
again,
years old, I
this
don't
might
even
be the
believe that.
perfect opportunity.
That shit was hard. You fucking lying, bro.
4 to 5 hours is obviously a lot of time,
Maybe you
but
beat
in
the first level.
Cocomelon Made My Kid a Zombie, researchers discovered that 5-year-olds who watch more than 2 hours of
Beat it
TV a
now.
day tended to have lower attention spans
Yeah.
and were 7.7 times more likely to show symptoms of
Yeah.
ADHD. These screen times might be even lower for CoComelon specifically, because as explained by Jerica Sands, not all screen time is created equal. A child who just watched 30 minutes of CoComelon and a child
So
who
you need to have the kids watch Lord of the Rings.
just watched 30 minutes of Trash Truck will look like a very, very different child.
Yeah.
Thankfully, here lies a simple solution.
Yes.
Sierra Renee
ADHD going ham. A lot of kids have it. I think like really being hyper addicted to being stimulated constantly. Like I'll see these like TikTok videos and it'll be like, there'll be like 3 things happening all at the same time. There'll be like some fucking like a video playing, a person playing a video game, and then like words coming out and like the words are
Oh, yeah,
popping
just
out,
like
like,
my
yeah,
stream,
it's
dude.
nuts. Like for me, TikTok's the same. Yeah, that's a good idea. Lead, asbestos, plastics, cocoa melon. Yeah, bro. Like these kids, like they're eating lead from like the Lunchly stuff from Logan Paul, or sorry, from like I guess Mr. Beast and like the Feastables. They're addicted to candy. They're like having fucking sodium, high blood pressure
Got
at
his
4
ass.
years old because they can't stop drinking Prime Energy.
Dude,
They're like
got my
addicted
ass.
to this TV show that has no plot and it's just a bunch of loud noises and weird words and like. So by 5 years old, bro, like your kid is functionally fucking retarded. Like that's it, bro. Like by 5. Just give up. Try again. Start over. It's not gonna work. Yeah, he's cooked.
Part over.
He burned out.
explained my 2-year-old is speech delayed and addicted to CoComelon. Switched to Miss Rachel 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and he's already saying
Okay,
more
all-
words
the rest of
and
the-
hasn't had any tantrums.
Now, if
Kim
only the
got
rest of the
issued with
hypotheticals were
almost
true.
identical anecdotes.
Hey, dude.
My 8-month-old was obsessed with CoComelon and having bad tantrums.
All you gotta
So I
do,
cancelled
if you want those
CoComelon and
hypotheticals to be
only let her
true,
watch Miss Rachel, and
go
she
to a
said
yoga
her
class,
first word
dude.
Within the first 3 days of watching.
Go to a yoga
Clearly,
class
parents are able to simply change
and go
the
more than
channel,
once.
but not before leaving
And eventually
CoComelon a
the
massive
girls will
amount of
stop thinking you're
dislikes.
creepy
They've therefore earned
and
the
think that you're
title
there
the
to
absurdly
actually
popular
work
kid show
out,
Parents
which we
Hate,
both know
and
you're not.
CoComelon has actually responded to the criticism that explain our shows are not intended
But if you
to
wanna meet
replace
girls, you gotta
outdoor
go where girls
playtime
are, dude.
playdates. They have a place in
You gotta
children's
compliment every
entertainment
pair of
time,
shoes
and as
shoes
with
that you
food,
see.
exercise, etc.,
It's-
it comes down to each
and,
parent
just go to
find
work,
the
dude.
right and appropriate balance for their children. Our
I
responsibility.
think this is true, but at the same time, you can't say that it's educational. It's like saying this
Dude,
is
it's day
healthy.
397.
Well, what
It's
is
looking
it?
dire.
It's fentanyl.
Dude. 397, dude. That's fucking nothing. I
Well,
went
you have
20
to use it
years.
in moderation. Of
okay,
course, if
before
you
I
use
found
a
my
lot
wife.
of fentanyl, it'll be
She's
bad
the only
for you.
girl I've ever,
Yeah,
done the
but
dirty
using
with.
A little bit is
And,
also bad. It's just not as bad.
It's alright, dude. You know, it's not about the time. It's about the
Like
no sex, dude.
yeah, just a little fentanyl. It's just a little bit, you know.
Is ensuring that the quality of the content that we produce is high and beneficial for the development of a child's cognitive
Oh, what are you
and mental
saying?
skills.
Our
It is
response-
What are you
worth
dry
adding
at?
that our social media communities are filled with stories of parents who experience firsthand how Moonbug content helps their children. CoComelon does have a crazy amount of supporters, but it's obvious that some of them are simply ignoring the downsides. My baby learned the alphabet and numbers from CoComelon. She may not speak a complete sentence, but she expresses her wants through phrases.
Her baby is 7 years old. Yeah. That's the fine print that's not shown in this video.
What are the
comment, yeah,
397
37,
days of then?
They're 15.
But is it CoComelon's responsibility
Oh,
to
God.
ensure that babies are talking? Well, no. People love blaming
course.
cartoons and games for raising children, and not the
I can't- I don't
parents
click
that don't
links,
step
buddy, I'm
in
sorry.
to stop them from watching so much.
Well, both things are
You can tell me
true,
what to look
right?
for and I'll look it up for us.
CoComelon probably does seem to be like, vapid crack addiction porn for like 2-year-olds. Absolutely. And it's also the parents' fault for letting the kids watch it. So, like, it's bad that it exists, and it's bad that the parents watch it. Saying it takes 2 to tango doesn't mean that, like, both parties aren't wrong.
Island is actually a really sad symbol of parents giving
Yeah.
their children tablets instead of actually parenting and interacting with them. Ultimately, parents are the people who choose how much their child consumes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've got
Just
some
a second.
absolutely.
Let's look at that.
My son is
So yeah, I think so. Parents are the sole issue. I think that parents are the only thing that can solve this problem. But it's fair to say that the content is clearly not educational. If by every type of investigation that's done
It's-
by any person who is qualified to make an educational judgment on something, like results in saying this
Sounds good.
isn't
What kind of videos do you do,
educational,
dude?
then I don't think you should be saying it's educational. It's, I mean, at that point, like, you're misleading parents on purpose, and you're appealing to like a degree of authority or a degree of like quality that you don't actually have. So yeah, you're right that parents are ultimately accountable for this, but at the same time, that doesn't
Okay,
mean that the
sounds
people
good.
that are taking advantage of the kids shouldn't also be held accountable to an extent as well. And I think that especially if you're presenting, like, it would be one thing if we just say, hey, we're just a kid show, and if kids want to watch this, they can. If not, then don't watch it. But like, to the extent that you try to actually present yourself as any form of like a healthy or
Shit.
beneficial alternative, then I think that
All right, let's look you up.
now.
Did this one? That's you with the rat? Okay. Good, dude. All right, drinking soy sauce until I get... Dude, holy shit, this is $3.97. Dude, I like the fucking... The commitment. Dude, you're a good looking guy. There's no chance you're not gonna get a girlfriend. Just so you know. Unless you're just like super fucking creepy. But dude, you got like curly hair and shit, you'll be fine. Oh my god. This is fucking great, dude. Dude, I really like your YouTube channel. This is fucking sick. Dude, look at you. You can see your age over time even. Grew a beard. I already subbed there, pal. Look. Look, I already subscribed. You missed it. Yeah, dude, you'll be fine. What are you, like 20? You're like 22? 23 at the most? Close enough? Okay. Is it at least, is it good soy sauce? What's up, Bryden? How you doing, buddy?
How far can pretty privilege get you?
TikTok star Charlie D'Amelio. Charlie D'Amelio. Charlie D'Amelio.
Looks good, dude.
140. Wait, she has 150 million subscribers. Jesus. 154 million followers. That's insane.
Fucking crazy.
Wow. The 27K views.
I was like, that's it, I'm famous. Don't talk to me.
Guys, it's Charlie, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Ow.
Man.
If there was one person who saved the universe in their past life, it must be Charlie D'Amelio, because she was dealt with everything anyone could ever ask to be successful. A virally beautiful face and body, every opportunity in Hollywood, commercial, okay, boomer, the top talent agency in the industry, a book deal, a reality TV show, a TV show,
Jesus.
a clothing line, a makeup line,
Holy
a record
fuck.
deal. But somehow, there is still a way to mess everything up.
Just really need to admit
I'm good,
this
brother.
to you guys.
I'm good.
I actually do have nipples. And I mean, that's really, like, that's all I can say about this right now.
So how did the D'Amelio screw up
Sorry, that was a little loud.
$2 million worth of pretty privilege? That's exactly the mystery we're going to uncover
What
today.
the
But
fuck?
not only that, as your marketing bestie, who graduated top 1% UCLA Business Economics with a background in marketing, we are going to explore how pretty privilege can still fail you if you have a terrible brand, and how
Well, if you're boring, I think that's the reason why it happens, right? Is like there's a lot of girls. Here's the thing. Is like you can go to Twitch and you can see this. You scroll down and you see plenty of girls with 100 viewers that are hot. It's not like if you're a hot girl, you're going to instantly have 1 million viewers.
you, yes you, no matter if you have pretty privilege or not,
Yeah.
can build a successful brand to help you down your career. And by brand, I don't just mean slapping your name or face on a t-shirt. Branding is about how your future college, future boss, future boyfriend sees you. And I'm creating this series to analyze celebrities from a marketing perspective, because many of whom do not recognize the power of influence they have over a generation of young girls.
She caught drunk? Yeah, of course. Well, who knows if that's her actually being
Damn
drunk,
it.
though. It's hard to say.
I'm good, dude. Been just chilling today. Kaylee just went to yoga. And so,
There's people like that. I
yeah,
feel like
I figured I'd hop on and see if you guys were, if anybody wanted to talk and hang out for a bit.
Let's be real, right? Like what happens
Watch
is you
YouTube
get
instead of
older
watching it
and
by
then
myself.
People aren't as attracted to you anymore. That's what happens. And so, like, if you were popular for being hot, and then people don't think you're hot anymore, then you're not going to be popular, right? And you get over, yeah, and then people move on, right? And I think that that's the way it is with a lot of personalities.
Of the people who are shaping our culture. And despite how terribly the D'Amelio franchise flopped, we will also talk about how they could
He hit me
come
with
back from
the dog
lack
to
of
it,
brand
dude.
And
Fucking
the hate
hilarious.
they always cry about.
I'm upset because
That's one of the. I fucking
First, we need to
I
understand
don't
how
hate
the
that meme,
D'Amelios
but I
had
don't think it's the
heavily
greatest. But that was pretty
built
fucking funny.
$1 billion
Dog
empire.
too, yeah.
Charlie D'Amelio, for those who
He should have caped me there, dude. 101.
No drama, yeah.
Is a Connecticut high schooler who is not a nepo baby, an Instagram heiress,
Bullshit.
or
He
a
caped me.
self-made artist. She started creating dance videos on TikTok in 2019 that quickly broke the platform and the Guinness World Record as the first person with 50 million
God
followers on TikTok.
damn.
in
See, like,
April
I never even go on TikTok. I don't even know who these people are. It sounds crazy. Yeah, I have no idea.
2020, then 100 million in November 2020. The entire internet and Charlie herself was dumbfounded by
That's
this success
nuts.
because while Charlie was a dancer, many have
Yeah.
claimed her dances to be mediocre. Surely it can't be that people are shallow and that the TikTok algorithm prefers a pretty face, right? Not possible at
Yeah,
all.
that's the obvious
GG,
reason.
Doc, to ya.
It's just, yeah. I mean,
Doc to ya,
It's so weird that
dude.
people don't understand this.
GG's,
It's
dude.
crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Of course, Renegade became the Charlie D'Amelio dance because she did it so much
Turn
better
on my
than
backlight.
the
I'll be
original
right back.
choreographer. And of course, the reason Dixie D'Amelio, Charlie's sister, began blowing up too was that her natural talents blew the platform away. All in all, some people are born on the right side of the beauty algorithm and beauty standard, and they should embrace it. But as the sisters are dealing with this life-changing fame, which in this day means power, which means money, their parents and new team saw a pot of gold.
There's also a huge problem that a lot of people have is that when a person gets popular
I guess he couldn't
for
wait a
being
second.
relatable and likable, like I think that it seems like she did, and like being pretty, and then you get very popular, and then that changes your like demeanor, it changes how you act, it changes like the you know, like you're talking about money all the time, etc. Now you're no longer relatable. Like if you're on like TV shows and stuff like this, people that watch you that are like high schoolers can't relate to you anymore whenever you go on Jimmy Fallon and you talk about how many $1 million you have, right? Yeah, fame ruined popularity. Exactly, right? And there's plenty of people that doesn't happen with, right? Like it's not like every person who is like successful, like Keanu Reeves, for example, like that didn't happen with him because that's not the perspective. It's not the fact that you have the money, it's how you act with the money. That's really what the difference.
How exciting. There is so much possibility when the hype is only rising for the girls. They were seen as the model citizens of TikTok and basically had the attention of every teenage girl in the nation. There was so much potential here for them to grow into the icons and role models for the next generation of young girls. But no, the D'Amelio parents said, heck, we are the new Kardashians. And if you're the Kardashians, then being hot is all you need to build a successful business, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I always thought Kim Kardashian was really fucking hot. I do. I think that, like, again, like she is insane, and especially maybe you might want to say not now. Okay, fine. But like whenever she first got really well known, insanely fucking hot. I don't even think you can compare.
First got really well known.
That's my opinion. Plastic surgery, hey, they did a good job.
Well, yeah, that's the fun thing about Asmund, right?
Was a big of business ventures.
He's what's it called? Common sense, a fella.
It's not just uncreative, but
he's also really funny. I love Asmund.
At the wall and hoping that one would stick.
He's probably my favorite creator.
So what this is it's a look at your
the fact that he can do like as many takes as he does on a daily basis is so crazy.
Different companies you're working with, like ring lights and starting a clothing company. So and then you have books and TV shows.
Well, this is so big.
Yeah, it's like, why would you even film this? Like, this isn't something like it breaks the immersion that people have with like the character. Because like now she's
am I number
not,
two?
Like,
what do you mean? Are you number two?
Doing videos in her bedroom. Like now she's like a global brand that's like being pushed around.
So what are you gonna do to try to meet girls, dude?
Authenticity.
I'm telling you, I really think you
young people
good looking guy like you.
Yeah, it's Corpa, exactly. Right?
Oh, that's a joke. A good looking guy like you, buddy. If you'd go just start going to some yoga classes, like in your local town, like if not meeting a girl there, you might meet like an older lady who has daughters or like nieces and that type of shit, and they're like, oh, there's this really cute guy that goes to my yoga class, you should meet him, and then like that type of stuff takes off, dude. What do you have a hard time talking to them, dude? It's because you're thinking that they're like different than just like talking to a guy, dude. Just talk to them like you would normally like a guy. Just like don't talk about like sexual stuff like straight off the bat. Just like you wouldn't with like a new guy friend that you just met. Wouldn't be like doing dick jokes and fucking that type of shit. The first like time hanging out. Dude, I will give you the start is, hey, I really like your shoes. That's what you tell a girl that you want to have a conversation with. That's what you should tell them, because not a lot of guys will take the time to like, you know, girls take a long time to pick out their shoes. They every part of them, if they go on a date with you, is like put together like that night. Okay, like they do themselves up. So like if you take notice of some of that stuff, like, hey, dang, I really like your shoes, or wow, that's a really nice top, or where'd you get it, you know, that type of stuff, dude. It gives you a conversation in, and then after you get in, you ask them what their dad's like, and you see if you want to pursue the situation, you know. And that's just the way you should do it. Dad strat's crazy. Well, dad strat's important because you need to know whether she has like major issues with her dad. Sometimes you get lucky, there is no dad, dude, and you can become dad. Okay, that's what I did in me and my wife's relationship, and it's been great. By the way, Real Tile, you're not following the stream, dude. They don't usually tell people to follow the stream, but good chatters, I will let them know to follow the stream because I enjoyed chatting with them. So, because she was half Real, you started dating your wife because she was half orphan? Well, no, not because she was half orphan. Just because that just you know, it was kind of like a cherry on top, you know. Not having to deal with a dad is so fucking sick. Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Are you a melee guy, dude? I think your discipline is second to none, though, dude. Most people have a hard time like even putting up one YouTube video. You committing to something for 397 days is pretty fucking crazy. Nice. Yeah, sometimes I don't know where people find me. Some people come in here and they're like, what game are you playing? And like, I have to explain. So do you do any other content, dude, or is that your only channel? Oh, I'm not very good at the game. I'm not that good at the game, dude. I've only been playing for like 4 years, 5 years. That's cool, dude. Fuck me, dude. Dude, isn't everybody's top player Mango? Not really any reason to have another one. I like Zane. Zane's cool. That's pretty clean. UFW salt. Ooh, I don't know if I don't know if I know what you mean by that, buddy. What does FW mean? Oh yeah. No, I haven't watched much of his shit, dude. I'll be honest, dude. I'm a melee enjoyer, okay? Like I really fucking enjoy the game. I'm not that good at it. I don't think I'll ever be like competitive in it, but I have a lot of fun hitting the buttons, and I'm learning to play on box as well as on controller. So just kind of my journey is that, you know, I don't expect to ever go out and make any money playing this game, but I can be a little part of the community and have a stream and stuff. Why not? Watch YouTube not alone. It's a fun thing too. Yeah, I play on box. I'm not playing on box right now, but I can play on box if you'd like me to. Show you the difference between my box skill and my GameCube skill. Yeah, my melee team, I'd probably be a little further down like in my melee journey, but about 2 years ago I picked up box. You play melee on Joy-Cons, dude? That's impressive. How do you do shielding? Dude, that was a crazy game. Yeah, let me show you my box. So this is my box. It is a lot of fun to play with, I'll tell you that much. I use it for Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter 6 as well. A lot of fun. All right, now I'm on box. Oh. You need to go lay down, Sophie. Get warm. It's gonna take me a minute to get my shit together. One shoulder button is shield, one is grab, one is max settings, light shield, in conjunction with shield and jump through. Oh, I've never have the last one. Gotcha. Dude, that's so cool that you have it set up like that. I honestly think Joy-Cons are a little OP, dude. They're so comfortable to play on because you can just kind of keep them on your sides. Really like playing Smash Ultimate on Joy-Con. I'll admit I've never tried it on Melee though. The Joy-Cons I have right now have fucking drift though, so I gotta get new ones. They're fucking not cheap, dude. They're like $70 for new Joy-Cons. Shit. I play on 0 frame, bro. It's it would be if there wasn't triple latency. Oh, gotcha. I didn't even think about the latency, dude. Dude, have you gotten to try out the Marvel vs. Capcom collection at all? Yeah, Melee and Bluetooth were meant to miss. That makes sense, dude. Yeah, dude, it's a fuck ton of fun, man. If you're a Melee fan, you know, not that there's like that much crossover between the two games, but I don't know, man. It's just one of those. Melee is a special game, and I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is really special. It's one of those games like that. If you put the hours in, really feels like it pays off pretty well. It. I have an extra pair of Joy-Cons. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll go buy myself a pair if I need some, but either that or I think I found a fix online for Joy-Con drifts, so I really want to play with them all. I'll do it, but thanks for the offer, buddy. Where are you from, Real? And are you playing competitively at all? Melee, that is. Fuck, I didn't use the right angle there. You can mail your Joy-Cons in and they'll fix them, your drift. Oh, really? Fuck yeah, dude. I'll do that. Because I have the white ones that you can't buy in stores, so it'd be cool if I could get those fixed. Shit. Is to pay for the label? Oh shit. Killed myself again. Dude, I will tell you, dude, like going from controller to box, like I'm definitely more like goofy on a control or on box, but like fucking stuff is so quick. Just happens instantly. That was crazy, Cape. I haven't learned how to wave shine on my box yet.
I think that's a good idea.
We need to first look at physical products and then their digital appearances that led to the ultimate downfalls. From 2020 to 2023 alone, they had their makeup line with Morphe, not exactly a hit, then a collaboration drink with Dunkin' Donuts, a fragrance line, a nail polish collection, a mattress, a footwear brand, a skincare brand, a popcorn brand.
Bro, I remember, so like this was a
Holy shit, I went really far. I didn't use any smashed DI.
Like this was during
myself.
I don't remember exactly when this was, but it was during New World. I remember I was playing New World in a call about this, and I was gonna work with these people and make a type of food. It was like a beef jerky thing. And then I remember thinking halfway through this phone call, I have like 50 other fucking things. I'm not a chef. I don't know fucking anything about beef. I don't know how to make beef. What am I doing? What am I take a step back. What the fuck am I doing with my life? And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's not worth it. Yeah, I'm not doing this. And I think that you see it obviously with the Lunchly stuff. I mean, you know, we did do Starforge, right? And so like, it's not that doing something like this is bad, but whenever you have all of these products and there's not like some sort of like interesting like gimmick to them, and they're not funny or like good, then what's the point? Starforge makes sense. Exactly. Yeah. I feel like these people are just trying to make money. They're trying to just like put their brand on whatever they can to get their fans to buy it. And I think also, like, if you look at the popularity, it's completely contextualized inside of COVID. Oh, wow. Big surprise. During COVID, there's a lot of people that are there. They're like buying this shit like crazy. Because you like think about how many people were really popular during COVID, like especially like the Among Us era. Because it
what do you want me to search
really
for?
Popular people like I don't like listing names because then it's like I'm like making a list of all the people that fell off. So I don't think I need to though, right? Like we all know who they are. There's tons of people who used to be super popular. Everybody knew them, and now they're just like nobody. Nobody cares about them, and that's what happened with a lot of people.
I don't know which creative genius idea it was to tell the D'Amelios.
Yeah, you should be able to click my Discord link down below.
In order to promote this
or explanation part Discord. I think the Discord link's updated.
Mock the working class where labor was only a fun activity for them, and being so incredibly talented while launching back to back.
You can probably throw it in general in there if you want.
Charli D'Amelio, of course, had the time to write a book in 2020
Naturally.
called Essentially Charli: The Ultimate Guide to Keeping It Real, which
Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. That's crazy. The audacity, it's amazing.
Canceling on this
What is this?
thing.
Is it targeted for 10-year-old girls? I know it's not targeted for me, okay?
Became a New York Times bestseller.
Wow.
If there was an award for launching the most number of unmemorable businesses, the D'Amelios probably would have won.
I think that I think it's not just that. It's that COVID caused a lot of young people and a lot of people who were naive to get invested onto the internet. And because of people's heightened level of like attention to the internet. So this is a phenomenon that's very weird. It's that during recessions, people actually spend more on entertainment and other types of distractions. So what ended up happening is like COVID effectively functioned as a recession. And what it did is it caused people to be inside all the time. And if you're inside all the time, you're constantly on the internet. Well, you're going to have a higher probability of getting parasocial with some person on TikTok, right? And that's the reason why it happens. I think
really want to be a guest on my
kind of
Melee podcast?
Then everybody else did
We can get
too.
on there and talk about how
also,
it like
I think that COVID
help you get a girlfriend, dude.
Like it's basically like there were different like measures of magnitude that brought a lot of people onto the internet. And like in 2010, it was a lot of people. In 2006, it was a lot of people. I would say 2016, it was a lot of people. And I think that in COVID, like now, basically the entire culture is online because of COVID.
The podcast is called
And
Melee is Sick.
A lot of these people are being exposed for the first time.
Okay,
to
well,
a lot of this, like,
we'll put your
influencer
we'll
stuff
do
and
a
branding
TikTok
stuff.
voiceover for
And
your
them being naive
for your stuff.
to
You can be
it,
anonymous.
I think that they bought into it and played into it a lot. And that's
You're
why,
not comfortable
and if I
enough
talk
on the
about this
internet
from,
just
like,
yet,
an
dude. You
industry
put up
level,
fucking 400
the amount
videos of
money that
yourself
you can make nowadays
taking
from
shots of
sponsorships
fucking
is
soy
substantially
sauce.
lower than what
What
you
the
could make
fuck?
in 2021.
You're not comfortable on the
And
internet?
I'm talking about like, you know, view for view, dollar for dollar.
Dude, that shit's
right?
there
I'm not saying,
forever.
like, oh, views are lower, so
You're gonna
money's
have to
lower.
explain to
Yeah,
your kid
obviously.
why you were
I'm
taking
saying
shots
even,
of
you know,
the
adjusted
soy
for
sauce.
that inflation, it's still lower. It's because you
Voice
don't
is
have
different,
people
though.
that are activating on ads like
Do you
this.
have
because
a bad
there's
voice?
like a diminishing return on it. There's a cooldown on it, and it's like you have this happen. Like you can't. Not everybody can sell something to every person.
That's so funny,
There's
dude. I
only
love
so
it.
much attention and so much money to go around.
It's squeaky as shit. Hey man, some people like that shit.
That's my laundry being finished.
That's something you got to get over, dude. You got to get over your fucking voice thing. If you're gonna get a girlfriend, you have to get over your voice thing, dude. You have to. You gotta have to start like having confidence that you can talk, and that people aren't like judging your voice all the time. Because obviously, like if it's a thing that you dislike about yourself, you're gonna be very conscientious of it.
Who thought it was a good idea to make?
But somebody that's that shallow that wouldn't want to like meet you just because of your voice isn't a person that you want to like give any of your time or worth to, anyways. You know, you gotta let that shit go.
On-demand products, yeah, basically, right?
And this just isn't because I think that you'd be good on my podcast and be a fun content to get you a girlfriend.
People that are basically putting out the same product for a higher price to get people to pay for it. And hopefully the marketing of their brand is going to push the product enough.
Dude, we talk about
they're able to
why you're having a hard time getting a girlfriend. Like, you know what made you
to like a limited extent
want to do this challenge of challenging yourself, you know, with the consequences of soy sauce every day for not getting a girlfriend. You know, is it a form of punishment or is it a form of?
But when you're selling a product, people want a product to fulfill a function. So, like for example, if you sell a computer, people want the computer to work. So it doesn't really matter about like their relationship with the player or not.
Reliance, like you know, be committing to something. You know, is it that or is it punishment for you? Right? There's lots of things we could talk about, dude.
So I think popcorn.
It's supposed to be a form of motivation. Okay.
If you're buying,
but it doesn't work very well.
This isn't a way to support
what
them.
you need to do
and if it doesn't fulfill
is you need to do this podcast with me. And if you don't get a girlfriend within 30 days of doing the podcast, then I will release the podcast and everybody will hear your voice.
How well those cookies are doing? How many people are buying those cookies? I haven't seen the balance sheet for that. Until I see the balance sheet, I would assume that they're
your voice is your motivation, buddy.
That's my honest opinion. I bet they're probably not doing very well.
With the target audience, yes, like dude, because really melee players need this help as much as the next guy.
Popcorn, why mattress? It's just slapping the D'Amelio label.
Most melee players are fucking weird.
That are very mid themselves.
D'Amelio footwear is recommended by doctors to treat broken ankles. Don't say you can't say that.
I don't care if you like the Kardashians or Hailey Bieber. Yes, they also launched and flopped brands, but the brands that we will remember and rave about are the brands that they care about and rave about themselves. Kim Kardashian is known for her iconic body. So what does she launch?
Yeah, obviously.
Skims,
a
shapewear company that has quality products that
you could like critique my melee gameplay each week and tell me how much of like a shitter I am at the game and what I need to improve. And then each week we could come back around to that. Dude, you could be like, I could be like your life coach, you could be my melee coach if you think you're like, you know, that's that much better than me. I'd be interested in working with you.
What happened back then is that a lot of people saw how much money they could make by selling products as content creators, and then they just tried to do as much as they possibly could. It was like basically a gold rush. Like, how can we figure out a way that we can monetize the most people in the most ways? Scam City? Well, like, it's not even really a scam. Like, in a lot of cases, these aren't scams. It's just a product that's overpriced. Like, a scam is whenever you buy a banana and you get a tomato. This is you buy a banana, but it's $7.
Earl's merch. Very on brand with her personality. The fact that you don't even know the name of the quote-unquote brands launched by the D'Amelios shows you how disconnected they are from these brands. And it is so funny to read Charli D'Amelio's brand inspiration for the shoes as, quote, "We are always in heels, we are walking carpets, we've done all the uncomfortable blister-filled shoes before." So it's been really nice to be able to look into our closets and see, what are we missing and what do we have that we can make better. Clearly extremely relatable to their teenage girl fan base who walk in heels and go to carpets all day. And clearly the dream shoes for the teenage boys who follow them because of their hotness.
I love you so much. We love you.
Dude, I can't believe I got back.
I love you, Charlie. You're the goat.
Holy shit.
How they're
fucking, that's the thing, right? That's it. It's a bunch of teenagers, right? And like high school kids. And the thing is that
Well, I'm
this
kind of
is
notorious with
just
some
the
people
reality,
around these
right?
parts.
Is that
I know it sounds
people that are
delusional
really
and character
popular
shit,
with high
but I would
school
prefer
kids,
first time people to hear
this
my
is
voice,
something that
not to be
doesn't
on
last, because people.
at
I mean,
the
unless you're really
at an
stupid,
in-person.
don't stay in high school for more
Dude,
than
we could
4
totally.
years. So,
We could
and that's
totally,
assuming that they find you when you're a
dude. We could do
freshman.
something with your
So what
voice.
ends up happening is that
We could
also,
modify your voice,
who do high schoolers like
and
watching?
you don't even have to
People
be
that
yourself,
are
dude.
around the age of other high schoolers. Like, you guys remember this whenever, you know, we were kids.
It'd be like an arc, dude.
Like, you would want to watch and relate to somebody that's around your age. So now that this woman is like, you know, I don't know how old she is now.
It'd be an arc
but
for my
she's
stream.
A good degree older, and it's very obvious that she's not in high school anymore. Very obvious.
Voice mod
that
would go
now
hard. I know,
it's
dude. I
harder
agree.
for
I
that
agree.
demographic
You
to
think on
relate
it,
to
dude.
her.
If you, I'll let you get back
That's
to me.
the
If you
issue.
think it's a good idea, we'll do it.
She's 20 now?
You don't even have to
Yeah,
do your
if you're 20,
yeah.
you're
If you
not in
do
high
voice mod, I wouldn't even get to hear your real voice. It'd be cool, like, to hear it one of these days.
20 is too old? No, I'm serious. Think about it.
Or, dude, you know what it could be, dude?
The
If
entire marketing team never gives
if
a
at the
single
end of the
thought to who
podcast, like
the
it,
targeted
we'll say like
demographic
30
is,
episodes,
because it is not women
if you
in their
haven't gotten a
20s or 30s
girlfriend,
with actual
you have to do the
purchasing power who will want
podcast
to wear these
without voice mod.
electric blue pumps
Super
to work,
It'll be like
which is
it'll be a goal
probably
for the
a hard
podcast and a
concept
goal
the
for
D'Amelio
yourself
sisters to
personally.
grasp,
Yeah, somebody
because
says difference between 16 and 20 is huge. It's massive. Like,
And I'm fat, so I could lose some weight and do something like that
it's
too.
gigantic. Like, I'm surprised anybody is thinking that it's not. It
Last question. What's your question, dude?
absolutely.
they never had to work a single day since they
Right.
had enough money to do whatever they want since 17. And at this point, it is apparent that the main issue is the D'Amelios don't know why people.
Dude, I
follow
really
them.
think that you're
Frankly,
22.
It is hard.
You look like you're around that age. I have a little bit more. Like you
I don't
have.
get it. I've never got.
You have
I
a
don't
you have a
understand
fuller
it. I
beard
have no idea. I mean,
because
maybe it's a guy's
of your
fault and because
ethnicity,
they're
I think.
cute. Okay.
But
yeah, sure.
like, because
But,
I'm a
like,
white guy, I didn't get like a
alright,
full beard
now
until maybe
what?
this past year.
To answer that
But,
question,
yeah.
as many still only know
You
Charli
still look like a
D'Amelio
young
as
guy, so I'm
famous
guessing
TikToker who
22,
dances
23.
and not much more. Surely, digital appearances
But
should help.
you could also be like one of those
Totally.
interesting
Right?
fellas
Although it seems
who just
like
has
the
like a
D'Amelio
beard
family has
young,
done so much
and you're
since
like
Charli became
18,
famous
17,
on TikTok,
18. So
everything they worked on somehow only made them less and less relevant.
Jesus.
you're 16, dude. Holy shit!
Wow.
And I talked about
That's
sex with you.
bad.
God damn it!
Holy fuck.
I'm
And
gonna get me too. Holy
She's so out
shit!
of touch is crazy. What does it say? Can we just cancel her already? Oh my god.
I said the
This is what I was
sex
saying
word,
before,
dude,
is
in your in
It's
your
somebody
presence. I
like Paris
apologize.
Hilton or Donald Trump. Like, they're famous for being a rich asshole, basically, right? But like, this girl was trying to
Yeah,
be
dude, you don't need to be worried
And you
about girlfriend at
can't do
16
that and be
anyways.
super rich. That's not how it works.
I mean,
Don't
you
get me wrong, I
can be,
respect
but
the hustle of the
it's not that
family,
big of a
where
deal.
They really tried to emulate the Kardashian
Just
grind and did
think of all these
everything
girls,
possible
dude,
to
as
stay
melee
relevant,
practice
but they
for
do
the
not
actual
understand
thing.
The full price of monetizing your family and what it truly takes for a family to become a money printing machine like the Kardashian clan. Either their team is very lazy or has no creativity. Since blowing up, the D'Amelio
I think it's no creativity, in my opinion. You're selling a fucking mattress. There's only one man who can sell a mattress. That's Shaq. Other than that, I'm not interested.
launched a podcast because
that's
every
it.
other influencer under the
It's the
sun
only
did,
guy.
called Two Chicks Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They made a total
Well,
of
hear me out.
27 episodes before
Playlist
Austin's
start
question,
early.
Is this
That way I get
actually want
one
to do?
on later into the channel, you know, build the audience and have better content and storyline. No, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting if I succeed earlier. Yeah, hey, there you go, dude. That's my whole
I
thing.
really think it's crazy that a girl that got famous for being
But
pretty
honestly,
and
dude,
dancing
if you want to grow
thought that
something, I
people
think
wanted
the
to listen to her talk.
slow roasting way is a good way to do it.
In all of your videos, it's music talking, not you.
That's definitely
What
how
were you
I've
thinking?
done my stuff. Not because I don't.
Really.
And it's
just
not because
know
I think
your
I know
role.
how to do more. It's just what I've done.
And do they have anything to talk about? Dixie began doing music, and so did Charlie. They had their family YouTube channel, which had a lot of backlash since
They want to have a backstory. They want to have a backstory so bad.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah. My channel's always kind of been, or my channels have always been kind of like a documentation for not only me, but, you know, maybe my kiddos one of these days to see what I was doing when I was, you know, in high school and that type of stuff. I've been doing YouTube for 10 plus years now.
At this point, the D'Amelio brand
It's just obnoxious. It's obnoxious and annoying. Like, who likes that? Like, who likes a person like that? Like, and she didn't even throw up. Like, you can, like, I can tell because you'd move your back like this, right? If you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, dude.
She didn't even throw up. Probably just spit it out.
I have my YouTube that's linked down below, but I also have a old Overwatch channel that I did in high school.
Large mansion with private chefs, but that's okay. They don't have to build a relatable brand. If they want to be more aspirational, like Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish, they could keep
here, I'll show you.
and stop doing the mediocre family content.
Watch one of my oldest videos, and you can hear how young my voice sounds. I can't even find the old channel. You know where I can find it? Dang, dude. Nice. Glad to hear that you got more subs. So if I go here, this one.
A mini trial of style.
I can't even find my old channel right now. You just drink soy sauce. That's what, dude, that's what, dedication will get you. Hey, baby. Dedication and doing the same thing helps a lot, too. Dude, I don't even know where I can. You know what? But you can't. There we go. There's the old. This is my first video, dude.
Hi guys, I'm Triumphy. Before I get this video started, I think I probably owed it to you guys to just let you know who I am, what I've done, what community I'm coming from, and what I've done in that community.
So anyways, now you can hear what you've heard my voice when I was nice and young. This was 9 years ago. Yeah, and I was doing some stuff even before this on an old YouTube channel. But definitely a interesting hobby. Oddly Swedish in that clip, dude. That's so funny. Probably because I was nervous. one of the first videos I ever recorded, or one of like one of the more well like put together videos I had ever done.
Let's go.
Let's see what this is.
Let's talk about the biggest news of the day. The Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection got an update. I saw the PC version had the update late last night and was like, what the hell is that? And then the console version got it. This is sort of a hot fix patch from what I understand. The good news is the PC version had huge problems. You could not get matches. Something was aggressively screwed up with matchmaking in the PC version. However, this entire time, matchmaking has been pretty good on the PlayStation version. Matchmaking has been consistently good on the Switch version. So the Switch version is probably going to get a patch eventually because there's more stuff in here. Believe it or not, between all three versions, the one that has technically been the best one of all of them has been the Switch version. It plays really good too. And the Switch, no shit, has been getting matches the fastest. Justin got the most matches on the Switch version compared to the PlayStation and PC pre-patch. Right now, as of today, these games got updated. And from what I understand, the matchmaking
my wife just got
fixed
home.
On Marvel 2.
She was at a yoga class.
Here. All the games, the matchmaking works better. All of them works better. You just get games and everything now because there's a lot of people playing. However, there was balance changes, and this is arguably one of the weirdest fighting game patches of all time.
Oh no, you're good, dude. She is changing into some stuff.
A new thing
I'll get off here in a few probably, and we'll go hang out. He's getting dressed and stuff though for now.
Gem that
but I appreciate it, man. It's been really good talking to you, man. You've made the stream amazing when there's somebody in here. How much more enjoyable the stream is.
And we quickly picked up on previous versions at events and things like that that the Juggernaut glitch isn't working. We're gonna keep this off for now. And I want to show you. So what the hell is this? Why are people excited? What is going on? Juggernaut inherently is not a great character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Not particularly good. Not really terrible, but does he hold a candle to the
what did
rest
I
of
say
the
that was
squad
depressing?
That is really good in this game? No. Just for demonstration's sake. Pair him with anybody. Let's just get into the game to show how this game was operating before. Juggernaut has this move, and it allows him to buff himself out. It's DP with 2 punches.
Oh, you mean about the
there it is.
stream being a little bit more enjoyable when people are around? It definitely is, dude.
You have to do it manually. But when you
I'm
do it,
honestly pretty lucky. Most times I stream, there's at least somebody.
Was after this, you tag.
When there's somebody talking.
You tag in. The Juggernaut glitch worked in the previous game.
Oh, I don't necessarily mean just watching. Like I usually just stream to stream, but when there's somebody talking in chat, it makes it more enjoyable for me at least, you know.
Over to himself being in the background as
it makes a more interesting stream as well.
Character. It would transfer over to here, and his assists would get more powerful. He'd get way more damage on things like this. He would do a ton of damage. The problem with the collection, as you're seeing here, this is what it was like, you know, a few days ago. He didn't get that. This was, I don't think,
I won a few games.
Fixed. This just sort of happens with ports of games, is that when you get a bunch of different characters and combinations,
I won against that Mario
through emulation or otherwise, there's no guarantee everything's going to work exactly the way you think.
And it's over.
Had his glitch, quote unquote, fixed, and many people assumed, oh, why did Capcom balance Juggernaut and they not fix Doom's Unblockable or, you know, some crazy other shit across the board that's all fucked up? I said from the very beginning, no, I think they just didn't realize. So what happens now? If you press square and we see that thing, the Cytorak, the Cytosuck, keep effects on tag. If you leave it on keep, it effectively plays like classic Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like the arcade version and the Dreamcast version. The Cytosuck power-up always consistently was a broken thing on the old versions of the game. So if we keep it this way, jump back into Marvel 2 now, show you how this shit works. This is what made Juggernaut somewhat usable. This character is not particularly great. He's a snipe character, and his snipe ability was only so good. It was like worse than Cable's to a certain degree. Now that he has been returned to his previous busted glory,
these are easy move for you. You think? Big puffs are easy to beat? I don't know. I find them kind of somewhat frustrating. They're one shot.
And then tag him out. And then when you bring
I found the best thing to do is just to kind of keep them going. Don't let them grab you.
Oh shit. That is suddenly doing more damage than most individual assist hits do in general. That's getting close to like Tron damage. Even Captain Commando's corridor move doesn't do nearly that much. Does he have any good assists? Here's the thing. This assist isn't bad. Juggernaut's ground pound is ridiculously good. And here's the other crazy part. Juggernaut has armor as an assist. So you can come out and spam this shit against people, and he will have some hits of armor against some characters, right? I get it. Heavies and things like that will break it. But here's the crazy part, and it's just 2 buttons. It's assist 1, assist 2. I really wasn't even mashing. Jesus Christ. So this is where the Juggernaut glitch becomes kind of popular, because in situations where you're fighting some wild ass MSP or some shit, or you're going up against a top tier Cable and they have left their assist vulnerable for all but a moment, you can hit 2 buttons and absolutely murder an assist, if not potentially kill the character that's also maybe unsafe, like if Cable missed a move. So the snipe ability of these characters, the screen clear, which is a thing we talked about before, screen clear is really important in this game. These characters now get some of the best screen clear in the entire game. And then some. And I'm not even using the best ones. Like, I think there's other characters that I can put in here that would do potentially more damage. Like even Colossus might do more damage. So that is the Juggernaut glitch. The problem is, here's what's crazy. If I bring him back in, I have a question. If
a strange game versus Puff. I know, right?
I think I keep it. Oh, that is definitely still on, bro. What is that shit? I don't even need to do fancy combos.
No kidding,
I don't even need to do fancy combos. That is the Juggernaut glitch in a nutshell. That's what you get access to by Capcom quite literally paying attention to what the majority of Marvel players were saying. Don't get me wrong, there is some goofy shit in this game still. There's still some things that aren't acting exactly the way they should. Sentinel still says unit damaged whenever, or unit destroyed. Whenever he takes a hit of any kind, it's messed up. Some audio things are also messed up across the board, but 99.5% of Marvel 2 is kind of intact. Like, it's sort of here and it's working. And even though this is a glitch, I want to mention how unprecedented this is. Capcom patched a game to break it. Specifically released a patch that breaks the game, but is technically a feature because it's the way the game always was. You could have marketed this as some fixes. Some things were broken in the old game. We fixed them. You know, some things didn't work the way they should. We fixed them. That could have been a marketing tactic, but instead they didn't. They knew that the Juggernaut glitch sort of enabled Juggernaut to even stand a chance against some characters in this game. Sometimes glitches in old games define games. That is the thing with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as well as CVS 2 in the future. We all know Capcom Fighting Collection 2 already got announced, and they specifically said that there is versions of the game that either support the role canceling glitch or do not. And the fact that that option is there goes to show that whoever is in charge of these ports at Capcom is aware that glitches made these games. The entire point of what people found in these games that were bugs didn't make the game worse. It actually enhanced the game. Role canceling especially actually makes some of the worst characters in the game even
well, this is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, you can watch me on YouTube.
Having a port of old games show
like
up
seeing
now,
through a mirror,
and then
yeah,
suddenly
no
it's
kidding,
like,
huh?
oh, we missed something. Let's fix the Juggernaut glitch because that has always been there. It's always been a part of Marvel
Buckaroos.
2. And suddenly in this,
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Real, it's been real talking to you. Real Tal. It's good talking to you. I'm glad that, dude, I actually love it when people come in here and tell me that I'm not very good at Melee, because it reminds me that I have a lot to learn still. Yeah, no, but hey, you know, you ever need a little confidence boost, buddy? Come by. I'll talk you up. So, all right. See you guys. Everybody else, if you guys are hanging out, thanks for stopping by. I think I saw who was talking here. Brighton was talking in chat earlier. Thanks, dude, for stopping by. I'll see you guys later. See ya.